Hey, day 26 of my 30 days challenge talking to the camera starting my YouTube channel. And we're at 148 today. Two more to go to hit the target, and I think we have a very high chance to hit it in the next 5 days. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. And today I want to show you something. This is a Kindle reader. I bet you can tell. It's written here. It's a pretty early model. I don't know if you can tell from the back. And what's special about this Kindle is that it's broken. It's been broken for 10 years and it's been like this. It's it's just lying in my room, and recently I was doing cleanup and was like, I already forgot about this thing, but now it brings back memory. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you the story about how this Kindle got broken. So it was 10 years ago, more than 10 years ago. I was having a business trip to the UK. It was my first time visiting the UK. I was so excited. And together with a few of my colleagues, we planned a trip after the work is done. We planned a trip to go from London. We took a train and went up to Scotland. We went up to Edinburgh and then do some sightseeing, go to some places in Scotland, and then drove all the way back to London before we head home. So that's when this happened. The Kindle got broken. So how did it happen? We visited place. We visited this place called Glencoe, I think. Glencoe. It's in the west part of Scotland. It was a small town. And then from there, we were driving back towards Glasgow, I think. And on the way, there were some spots that was just beautiful. Beautiful sun, cloud, and the mountains, the green, everything was just beautiful. And there was this spot where we can park our car. It was like out in the nature, so the parking lot was not like in the city. It was just sand surface, little small rocks, just very rough surface parking lot, and we parked there. And then we went up to the mountain for a little bit of hiking, enjoyed nature, and we came down from the mountain. So I thought, it's such a beautiful day, and the time was right, when I can call home. So I called my girlfriend back then, now my wife. I called her over FaceTime, and I was showing her how beautiful. See, honey, you can see the mountain. It's just beautiful. And the sun. Just want to share with you the beautiful Scotland scenery. Love you. Bye. Hang up the call. Got into the car. And I started the car, just trying to move, but the car seemed to be stuck, and I was thinking, oh God, the surface is really so tough. So I steered the wheels and just try to move and put some more gas. And finally the car started to move, and then we got out of the parking lot, and then we hit the road again. Seems to be normal. But then about 40 minutes to an hour later, I don't know, something clicked in my mind, and I was like, something is missing. I was the driver. And I just asked my colleagues in the car. I was like, "Hey, Alex, Christine, do you see my bag in the car, in the back seat?" And they're like, "No, your bag is not here, and it's not in the front either." So we stopped the car. We went to the trunk and just checked. My bag wasn't there. So I lost my backpack. So immediately I called the police. I was like, I lost my bag, reported my lost bag. And the police was, okay, got it. We don't know, there's no report today, but we'll keep you in touch if someone turns it in. And now what I do? What should I do? So we went back to driving. I mean, the parking lot. That's where I thought maybe that's where I lost my bag. So we drove there. Took another hour to go back, but the bag wasn't there. But anyway, because we already booked our hotels or Airbnb, we stay in Airbnb the whole way. We booked our Airbnb in the next city. I think it was Glasgow. Yeah, I think it was Glasgow. So we drove just forward to Glasgow to at least have a place to stay. So we went to Glasgow. It was already midnight. Got there, and I thought I should give the police another call and see if there's anyone that found my bag. And I gave them a call. And it was a lady on the phone talking to me, and she's very nice. She was giving me a really, really relieving message. She was like, yes, someone just handed your bag to a police station. I think the name was Will Fort or something. It was actually a town that is further away than Glencoe. Someone turned it into the police station, so you can go and get your bag back. But apparently the bag was ran over by a vehicle. I was like, what? What does it mean? You say, oh, there was some electronics that was in the bag that got damaged. I was like, oh God, yes, there was iPad in the bag. And there was also this Kindle. It was in the bag. So that's when it got broken. So the next day, we had to drive all the way back and even further to get my bag back. And that was the luckiest thing that happened to me because my passport was in the bag. So if I don't get that back, I'll have a lot of trouble getting back home. So I got my bag back and I checked everything. The iPad was broken, Kindle was broken, some other things in the bag was also broken. And I was like, who the hell ran over my bag? And then we had to again drive back. And when I was driving, the scenery was the same, beautiful, but it was just I didn't have any mood to appreciate them. And I was all the way just thinking, what the hell happened and who the hell ran over my back? And as I was just driving, I then suddenly, just one moment, realized we remembered in the parking lot when I felt that the car was not moving, the car was stuck. That was my bag. What happened, I realized later, what happened was that I was FaceTiming my girlfriend back then and now my wife, and I was so excited. I got back into the car before I cut the call, and then I already closed my door, and I forgot that I haven't put my bag into the car, and instead the bag was put right next to the car. So when I steer my wheel, it ran over my bag. Maybe not all over, but at least partially over. So it ran over my bag. I myself ran over my own bag. And I was the person who ran over my own Kindle. That was the story that I wanted to tell you today. And I almost already throw away this Kindle, but it has been lying around here and just happened to appear and reminded me about this trip that we did together. It was really a fun trip. Yeah, that's it. And no more things to say. I guess I'll just cut it here. Have a great night or day. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.